There were 2 community consultations right back at the start to try and define what to do and where to go and how to go about it with the Art of Ageing process. And when the community came together both at Avoca and Beaufort, out of both of those consultations, singing was high on the list. People wanted to sing.
This is the first gig for this choir, which is Spring into Singing choir. This choir has been together, I think, for about 3 months. We're surprised to have a gig so early on, and at first I think the group was a bit hesitant and a bit worried about whether we'd be up to it.
We do it because we like to sing. Simple as that.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the choir. We haven't been together very long and doing a good job.
Bit by bit. It's all designed to get people out of their homes, doing things and being enthusiastic about older age.
We're here today in Beaufort to bring our a brand new dementia play, The Empty Chair, here to the town hall and the community to not only entertain them but also to get the discussion going around the very difficult subject of dementia.
Without her chair. Oh, yes.
Naturally.
Of course. We can take that with us now. There we go.
Well, I think we're confronted with these things, but this really makes you understand it more.
I have a situation like that in our family, so a lot of it was sad, but they were very good actors. They did a very good job. I'm glad I came.
Just get out and do it. That's my main thing. Even if you think you can't do it anyway.
Yeah. Your body is the instrument, so how it's feeling really affects your sound. Can you go like that? Yeah. But then we combine the two, so we go. See? Wrinkles. Great. I love the detail. Smudged lipstick. See, that can happen really at any age, can't it? All right, let's try it. Hey, I got the blues. I got the grumpy old blues.
My car don't want to start, and the wheel fell off my van. I feel just like a grandma, and that's mad, 'cause I'm a man. I got the blues. I got the grumpy old blues.
I've really enjoyed today because it was a different concept of writing and one that surprised me.
Highly interesting for me, and I think was satisfying, yes. And so I'm delighted that I was here today.
There are so many really creative older people about. You would never hear of them if it weren't for things like this.
Someone give me a year historically.
We had 1842 yesterday.
1842, okay. Give me a name, a female's name?
Matilda.
Matilda.
Show me the name.
Who? Basil.
No, Basil.
No.
Aloysius.
Oh.
Aloysius, is that Welsh?
He's got Victor. No, you got on it. Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, the crossover apparently is that Matilda is pregnant.
At the age of 14, she gave birth to her first child.
Llewellyn is fair.
Evan is dark, handsome, mysterious.
I'm probably a fairly analytical sort of writer and interested in that, but to be pushed in this sort of creative way I found interesting.
I guess the thing that for me that really worked was the idea of just bouncing ideas off one another in a very unstructured environment and come up with something that was incredibly powerful.
I'm not really an artistic person, work in IT, but I just wanted a different experience, and I've really enjoyed myself, and we'll probably keep doing it for a while.
It's lovely seeing what other people come up with, and different levels of artistic ability in the group. Gives me a lot of inspiration.
Actually sloping this down.
Yeah, that would work.
So sort of just keep that and that the same, but you'll slope the deepest part of the slope is on the middle. Keep moving across that.
Good afternoon to you all. We are the String Contingent and I'm Holly. We write all of our own music and we have been playing together for the last 3.5 years and have travelled all over the world.
I think the music is lovely and the setting, of course. I haven't been to any of these gatherings before, so it's quite a change for me.
You know, we don't get around all that much these days, so to come out to something like this, it's really enjoyable.
Boys caked in sand, blood and lice, sly-grown wounds festering in the suffocating heat.
The Women in Grey was absolutely brilliant. Beautifully written play, well crafted.
So they researched this story through personal diaries of some of the 2,300 nurses who went to France and to the Dardanelles in the war. And I think in a country town, it touches some of the people here because their aunties or grandmas would have been involved and they can talk about it.
And really got a lot out of it. It was very emotional.
Communities need this because we have minor differences which are nothing like these dramatic world problems. So we all come together and we can actually talk to each other about these things. Very moving.
Certainly made me shed a tear and think about the difficult circumstances, the difficult times that everybody that served in the wars went through. My husband's a Vietnam veteran, so we remember all of that every day of our lives.
It's a real honour to be able to go to something like that.
When the things are on, and 2 or 3 all at once, I've gotten very tired, I've been you work flat out, up and down those ladders and putting the lights up and things. Got almost to the point where I said, I don't really want to do this, but then you think about what it is, and then fires you up again and off you go.
And at this stage, I'd like to hand over to the wonderful Pyrenees Chorale, who are going to sing us a few songs.
What I see is a whole bunch of individual people that began as individuals and now after 20 weeks we're more of a unit, and I think there's something quite moving and profound about people who put their own personalities and needs aside for the sake of a group. The group really wants to continue, so the question for us now is about funding. So we've got funding for a month, and I'm sure we'll find funding to continue, but that's going to be a challenge for the group.
It's really, really good for us older people, and we've made some lovely friends.
Their enthusiasm has been infectious, so I've got back into what I like doing personally as well.
I think this is a wonderful program. I think it's lovely that so many people are getting involved that are older people, and that there's plenty for older people to do and that they're not just shoved to one side and forgotten.
Okay, what you're about to see is a true multimedia show. It's a film fantasy with a fantasy story. If you know The Lord of the Rings, then you will know the basic elements of this, the search, the fight between all the powers, the power of good over the power of evil, but it's all underpainted by this wonderful music of the German composer Richard Wagner.
I enjoyed it, a bit different.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm just meeting Wagner briefly because it's very depressing.
Just wonderful as an introduction to the Ring. So I'm going to go and see the whole thing now.
There's something really wonderful about having it here.
It's up to all of us now to try and make sure that it does go on, that
everyone doesn't go back to just the way they were.
I don't think that'll happen.
I don't think it will either, but we have to make sure that it doesn't.
I think there are things happening in this program that are going to be sustainable, that are going to be continued.
It's the activities that get us to communicate in such a really friendly way all the time. It's a real pleasure to go and do all these things in a small town like this.
Many of these people I've seen around the Shire, but I didn't know just what they were doing with their lives. So I've learnt a whole lot more about them.
I'll be quite sad that it's over because it's been a lot of fun.
Looking back on it now, I think it was successful beyond anything that I thought it would be.
It's really enriched my life. It really has.